I think there's a chance they could get to the point where that offensive. I think Darnell Wright's going to be better with a group next to him.
Yes.
I think Darnell Wright's going to be better with a different coach telling him to do different things.
Because we know already that he was rated as a good player with bad guys around him.
Yes.
Braxton Jones, I'm not sure about.
I don't either.
Mike Clay does this every single year. He puts out his grades. He grades all the position groups out of 10, and it kind of gives every team a composite roster grade. First of all, the Bears actually checked in at 12th among all rosters. However, that is still last in the entire division. So just once again, shows you the strength of the NFC North, even after the latest free agency moves. But the thing that stuck out to me the most was that the Bears' offensive line got a grade of 9 out of 10. That is the highest grade of any unit on the football team. Is the offensive line, just on paper now, the strength of the entire team?
Got to see it to believe it. And it takes chemistry, as Thayer's told us, with those 5 guys, and health is a big part of it. I can't say that. I know that when health, and again, this goes into health, but that secondary is great. I know that the wide receivers can be with DJ and Rome. I'm not willing to go there yet.
Yeah, I think that there is a general consensus with many that who's your left tackle?
Braxton
Jones is a better player than I like. I'm not part of that group.
I think he grades better than when you watch him.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that the consensus is, and I think that they're more confident in him than I am in him. I think there's a chance they could get to the point where that offensive. I think Darnell Wright's going to be better with a group next to him.
Yes.
I think Darnell Wright's going to be better with a different coach telling him to do different things.
Because we know already that he was rated as a good player with bad guys around him.
Yes.
Braxton Jones, I'm not sure about.
I don't either. I'm not sure. I am hoping for the best, but I'm not 100% sure. I think there's a chance that could ultimately be the case.
Who do you think, what unit on the Bears right now would you say is the best unit?
Do you know, I would say, because I still believe that Tyreek Stevenson can be a player.
Yeah, that's why I said defensive backs.
I would say cornerbacks.
Cornerback was second. They got an 8. Now, they split up cornerback and safety.
Okay.
Right, because I think that Kyler Gordon, when he's healthy, is as good a slot corner as you're going to find, young slot corner as you're going to find.
Jalen Johnson's one of the better
fantastic.
ones.
I just hope that they can connect with Tyreek Stevenson. There's too much talent, too much size, too much of stuff there that you just hate to waste. Now, when you add the safeties, look, Brisker's a question. I think Kevin Byard played fine. Played, I would say, slightly above average for a veteran safety, and provided some leadership that they needed. I don't have any problem with Byard at all. The question, I would have 2 questions. Can Brisker stay healthy, and can Stevenson fulfill his potential? But I would say cornerback has a chance to be really, really good.
Yeah, you brought up cornerback.
And Terrell Smith's a decent, kid. Mm-hmm. He's a player too.
When he's been called
plays.
upon, he's played well. Speaking of corners, you mentioned Kyler Gordon, and he actually met with the media briefly today because he was the recipient of the Ed Block Courage Award and was asked about a contract extension with the Bears. He's probably the only one on the roster right now that is up for a contract extension in terms of homegrown talent. And he said, I love Chicago. I love everything about it. The people, the history, the team, community. This is where God is telling me to be. This is where I will be. It's where I want to be. As far as an extension, we'll see what happens. But we just saw the market reset actually for slot corners. In terms of dollars and cents, where is like a slot corner, because it's becoming more and more important in the modern era of football. But where is slot corner in terms of your priority? Maybe in like how much you're willing to pay a guy like that.
And then isn't he a player too? Him and Brisker both. But he's not even a safety. He's that slot corner who also can be unleashed and do different things. He helps with run support. He could also come off that corner blitz. He's more than just your average slot corner, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Yeah, no, I think he's a vital component to what you're doing. Slot corners, in some instances, depending on who you're playing, could be the most important corner on the field at times. So it is one of the harder positions to play as well. I'm looking now. I believe that Jordan Lewis is reportedly the highest paid slot
Yeah, he
corner
just
after a
got
new deal.
3 for 30.
So,
Oh, geez.
yeah. I mean, $10 million a year.
Well, no, I don't think that
Oh, I
for
thought you were
Gordon
low.
that's not that much for how important he is.
But now
Yeah,
you're
I'm with you.
starting to see the
I'm with Sylvie. I think he'll get more.
yeah,
This could be an exploding market, though.
sure.
Like how we've seen
that's why
guard
get it
really
done now.
explode.
We know what happens when you put it off.
Ask the Bengals.
Yeah,
Ask
as
the
Dallas. Yeah. So if you can get him even at 3 years, $12 million per year, 30, I really don't know where to begin on that, but he is one of your more important players.
You know, like the Bears have done, when you compare what they've done versus what the Bengals have done and what the Cowboys have done, they got Jalen Johnson done pretty quick. Now, Jalen, I would say to you, based on what some of the other corners have signed for, is a pretty good bargain.
Yeah.
DJ Moore also. They paid him.
Well, especially Jalen Johnson really looks like a bargain after you
Yes.
saw the J.C. Horn contract
Yes.
from the other day.
Yeah. So I think it's one of the things that Ryan Poles has done well. They have paid some of their deserving guys early rather than later.
That. Like they have handled the cap well.
Yes, they have.
just don't have enough good players.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yes.
He cleaned up the cap. That's what a lot of Bears fans say in defensive polls. Sylvie, look at what he had to take over with the mess of the cap. But it's fine when you are able to reset the cap, but you don't have many good players.
Exactly. I'm looking at Jalen Johnson right now. He's out of the top 10 in terms of highest paid corners, which is, again, to me, is a bargain.
So do you think if he has a good year, which obviously we hope, that he will start barking about his contract, even though, he signed a 4-year deal?
4-year, yeah.
I would hope not.
But you know how this goes.
No, I do. I would hope not, but you know what? Let's get there.
Yeah.
Let's see it happen, and then we'll address that issue when we get there.
Well, and we know with him, like he has performed in his contract year, and when he's like up for money and stuff like that, he has played some of his best football. So,
I think this is, by the way, and I'm interrupt, but I believe next year is his last year of guaranteed salary.
So he will
So
definitely.
he's definitely going to be it says here that he's got guaranteed 15.9 guaranteed this next year. So yeah.
All right, so that'll be a next off season.
You could rework that to also make more room.
Yes.
You could do both.
Definitely.